Hello out there. Hello, everybody. Peace to everybody. It's getting late at night. I'm almost going to sleep. Just a few words before going to sleep. My kufiyeh. Yes, I got this from Palestinian friends some years ago. I wear it with pride. I always wear it with pride, and specifically over the past almost 7 months, I wear it like almost daily. It's normal, I wore it almost daily in solidarity, and I got it from some friends, and I carry it with a lot of pride. What is happening? Still, yeah, people are standing up against genocide in the United States of America. Now, over 60 universities and institutes, protest camps have been set up by students, sometimes also by professors and university staff in solidarity with Palestinian liberation struggles, in solidarity against genocide, of course, also standing in for academic freedom, standing in for the right to express one's opinion, standing in against the gaslighting by the dominant powers, specifically also the Zionist gaslighting, you know, that wants us to believe that we have to support genocide and it's normal. It must never be normalized. Genocide must never be normalized, and the complicity of our governments in genocide must never be normalized. It must stop. We have to stop it. We have to stop it. Okay, there is one article I'm going to share down in the description by the University of Ramallah in Palestine. It's an article. It's called "A Global Intifada in Defense of Academic Freedom." Yeah, in this article, it's like of course, giving credit to the people who are setting up the protest camps, and it's again underlining the importance of standing up, of organizing, and specifically of organizing BDS, boycott, divestment, and sanctions, against a fascist apartheid system, any type of genocidal system, any type of racist colonial system. Yeah, I'm gonna put it down in the description. What is happening here where I live in South Tyrol? Basically, a lot of silence in the media. The media is still totally silencing the situation, the reality. There is no report on what is happening on the campuses in the United States, but also not only in the United States, because it's getting really more international, more broader. Universities are many by now. There are many. Let me see if I can just read the updated list. There are many, more than 60 in the United States, I think, but also in Europe, in Paris. Um, wait, okay, here I have the updated list. Let me check. Okay, okay, in the United States of America, we have 89 universities and institutes, 89. Plus, we have the political science of University of Paris. We have the Sorbonne, Paris, Warwick University, UK, Sydney, Australia, Melbourne, Australia, Concordia, Canada, McGill, Canada, Valencia, Spain, Alberta, Canada, British Columbia, Canada, Quebec, Montreal, Canada. So really, I think I saw Tokyo, which is not here on the list. It's spreading big, it's spreading far, it's spreading wide. Here in South Tyrol, Italy, where I live, which is specifically the media that is German media is not reporting, is silencing. We are really, in that sense, we are really following the German way, which is the so-called German Staatsräson, basically standing in the tradition of, well, the Nazis back then said, unsere Ehre heißt Treue, which is really a crazy fuck up, It's like conflating two values, the value of Ehre and Treue. Ehre and Treue, making it one and the same. Ehre, which is the honor. Our honor means Treue. How does one say Treue in English? Loyalty, something like loyalty. Meaning basically, our honor is loyalty. Man, and if you see today their logic, the German logic in being loyal to Israel, loyalty, and that should bring some type of honor. I mean, it's Germany. I see Germany on the wrong side of history once again, and up to now and up to today. And the place where I am at in Italy, I'm part of a German speaking minority, and I have said it before, I'm saying it again. I feel big shame because our people, my people, the German speaking minority of South Tyroleans, we were colonized by the Italians. We were annexed after the First World War. We underwent brutality of colonization, and we only got liberation by liberation struggle of our ancestors, of our grandparents, including uh, armed struggle, you know, armed struggle and international solidarity. We would have never been liberated or liberated. We got our autonomy status. So our province has a strong political autonomy status, and we only got it because of international solidarity. And what do our people choose today? They choose to look away, turn away when it comes to the genocide happening against the Palestinian people. Why? Because we choose Germanness over indigenous solidarity. We could do otherwise. We could see ourselves as the indigenous people we are, and we could show indigenous solidarity, anti-racist solidarity, solidarity with oppressed people, solidarity with people who are being colonized and who are being uh, subjected to genocide. We could do what the Irish do, showing solidarity, standing in for other people's liberation struggles, but we don't. We choose Germanness and whiteness over indigenous solidarity. And I think that is one of the biggest mistakes we can make. I think that history will judge each of us individually, and it will also judge us collectively. And I think that we are standing together with the Germans on the very wrong side of history today. And it fills me with pain and shame. But now, on the other hand, I'm like, man, I have to take my own stance. So I want to stand together with those people who say, nah, not in my name. So I also just like so many thousands and 10,000s of Jewish people everywhere in the world stand up today, calling loudly and clearly, not in my name. So many Jewish people say that this genocide, this apartheid system of Israel is not happening in their name. They are not Zionists. They are not genocidal sadists, and they don't want this to happen in their name. So I also say it from my point as a German speaking Tyrolean person, not in my name. I really call out all the politicians in our province who up to now legitimize this genocide with their silence and with their silent approval, because also Italy is sending weapons as hell, uh, and geopolitical support, economic support to Israel. And our government, politicians here, but also the opposition. So the politicians from the far right all the way to the so-called center left and Green Party, they are keeping their silence for over 6.5, 7 months now. And of course, also all the years before and decades before, because let's be clear, this thing is not happening since October 7th, 2023, but this ethnic cleansing and slow motion genocide has been happening for decades. Only that now, after this 7th of October, it has been, now it's a fast forward motion. It's not a slow motion. So now it's next level. So what? These politicians, they are not representing me. I feel good knowing that there are few activists that in Bolzano are organizing demonstrations. Yeah, some Italian guys, ladies, men, and of course the Palestinian community that is here, that is trying to speak out as much as they can. For them, of course, it's often very difficult because of the danger that they themselves, but also their family members in Palestine, are facing if they speak out. I have friends in East Jerusalem. They cannot speak out, even on social media. On social media, sometimes some friends, they send me a short message, and many times they're like, "Ivo, we can't speak. It's not possible because of surveillance and punishment by the system. If they speak the truth, they are punished heavily and directly, so they cannot." So, us who can speak, it's our full duty to use our privilege as much as we can, use our privilege to speak against the military industrial complex, against the genocide, against racism, and my message goes also. I don't, the right wing people, I cannot talk to them too much because it's a waste of time, but also those people on the center left. Today in South Tyrol, some people are again, talking about, yeah, the anti-fascism, now the 25th of April was there, the liberation of fascism. A lot of people claim to stand against racism and to stand against fascism, but they still don't say a word against the genocide happening against the Palestinians. I got this term PEP from an online talk that I saw, three Jewish activists, German Jewish activists, speaking about Jewishness in Germany today. And one of them, Emilia Roig, she brought the term PEP into the discourse, and for me it was the first time to hear it. And the PEP stands for Progressives Except Palestine. And I see a lot of people here in my surroundings who are really much so, like they claim to be goodish, greenish, standing for nature and being good ones, and yeah, let's all be happy together, hold hands, and so on. But they don't find any stand against the genocide that is happening against the Palestinian people. They keep the silence, they keep the silent approval, or else they defend the Zionist system loudly. Many of them, they even do it loudly, not even the silence. They clearly say it. Israel, all the bullshit, the only democracy in the Middle East, all these things that by now, are debunked, and every person who does a little work in researching will soon deconstruct this type of nonsense narrative. But a lot of them, they still keep it up. And those are the people that I also, how can I say, I find them very fake. Yeah. So we move on, we keep on moving. Thanks for everybody out there doing the work, connecting locally, and internationally, of course. Also, we have to do the work because it's a long way to go, but we have to go it now. We have to move now. There is one video, thanks to my dearest wife, who showed me something today, reminding me again that time is short, life is very short, and we have to try to do the right things today, because we don't know about tomorrow. We do not know about tomorrow. We don't know whether tomorrow will be there for us and what it holds and what it brings. So she has shown me the video of a very interesting person um, in Australia, a guy who comes from a Pakistani family and was a professional bodybuilder until he turned to be a professional undertaker. And watch the video. There is a video portray about him, 20 minutes or so, and then he has a lot of shorts on YouTube and TikTok and so on. Yeah, time is short. We have to try to do the right things. So thanks for being together, and sorry if I wronged you. I try to do the good. May God help us all, and may God help me. I wish you a good night. Sleep well wherever you are. My prayers, of course, go out specifically to those of you who are in utter distress, who are in big difficulties and don't know how to sleep safely. I wish that God will grant you safety and grant you liberation, freedom, justice, and peace to all of us. Good night.